There is so much discussion at the start of the year about Nick Ehlers. It doesn't seem to be there right now. What's your plan?
My plan is to hopefully lift a cup with him some point in time down the road here. So, again, we've got lots of guys that, obviously from a free agent standpoint, both UFA and RFA, that we'll have to sort out over a period of time. But, first and foremost, it's all about winning right now. And we had this situation last year too, where we had several guys that were up for potential UFA. We were able to keep some of them. Some of them went in different directions, but for various different reasons. So when it comes to that, for us, I want the focus to be, totally on winning, and that's kind of how we've approached things.
Hard to when you do have an unrestricted free agent and you have a trade deadline on March 7th, though, it's got to create a bit of a distraction for you, doesn't it?
No, and not really. Like it's
So you're not looking to move him before the 7th.
yeah, no.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
we're
because
looking
people will ask and people will talk. That's right. Right?
well,
You know that, Kevin.
people can ask, people can talk. It's if I guess from our perspective, if there's a chance to help us win, I guess you look at everything, but it's he's been part of our winning equation here this year, and look to him to be a big part of it.
Give you a chance to talk about your goaltender. I can't believe we've gone this long without bringing up Connor
Well, it's
Hellebuyck.
almost we almost take him for granted now.
Yeah. No,
Well, we don't take him for granted, that's for sure. He's again, it's a special thing, to have to be able to have a player like that. But it goes back to again, what drives him. He's won two Vezinas, but he desperately wants to win the Stanley Cup, and that's obviously what drives him. When I was able to sit down with I guess it was two training camps ago with him and Mark Scheifele on the precipice of them entering their what could be a UFA year for them. Clearly, they wanted to try to win. That was obviously their biggest, first and foremost thing, but they wanted to try and win with this team. So we were fortunate that two cornerstones of our franchise that we drafted and developed and had grown, we're wanting to be a part of continuing to try and get that elusive goal here in Winnipeg.
That was a watershed moment, really, for the franchise, wasn't it? Being able to keep those two.
Yeah, again, you don't have a number one centerman, you don't have a number one goaltender. It sets a different path, I think, for an organization. But it's still a very good memory in my mind when we'd put pen to paper and the guys went back in the dressing room and they had a team meeting. It was right before we were getting ready to head out on our first road game for the beginning of the season, and when the players announced their own contract signings to their teammates, just hearing the room erupt, that kind of said it all for me.